Good evening. Respected Sri Navin Patnaik, I don't think he needs any introduction. Respected Sri Prabhu Chawla, Editorial Director of the New Indian Express, all the Devi Award winners, guests, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you to this prestigious Devi Awards edition of 2024. The Devi Awards was instituted by the New Indian Express in its firm and unshakable belief in the immeasurable power, potential and abilities of women and to honor their achievements. It's being hosted in Bhubaneswar for the third time, but I think this will be the 28th edition of the Devi Awards that has traveled across India, making a humble attempt to celebrate the women trailblazers who truly embody empowerment and leadership. This evening is dedicated to 14 such exceptional women achievers who have not only excelled in their respective fields, but also brought about immense societal change. From science and medicine to social service, from gender justice to environment protection, from art and culture to crafts, from writing to journalism, they have stamped their imprint in toughest of fields. Each and every one of them is an exemplar and inspiration for others to follow. In the midst of this illustrious gathering, there could be fitting luminary than our former Chief Minister Navin Patnaik to do the honors. He belongs to the rare breed of the gentleman politician, a true leader who has been a pioneering force in women empowerment in Odisha. During his government, the Mission Shakti program was launched, empowering around 7 million women through self-help groups. He has constantly advocated for 50% reservation for women in parliament and state legislature to give them a stronger voice in governance. His government's focus on education, healthcare, entrepreneurship for women had far-reaching impact, transforming countless lives and positioning Odisha as a leader in inclusive development. I wholeheartedly welcome Sri Navin Patnaik as our distinguished chief guest of the function. Please give him a round of applause for it. In the same breath, the contribution of Mr. Prabhu Chawla, Editorial Director of the New Indian Express, in instituting the award for recognizing the exemplary women cannot be understated. He conceptualized the initiative and led from the front to transform the Devi Awards into an annual celebration that is not restricted to national capital or metros, but offers due recognition to the women achievers in smaller cities and states. We are extremely grateful to Mr. Chawla for this initiative and his continued support. I welcome all the awardees and thank them for their perseverance, their achievements, contributions, and the inspiration they provide to all of us. Thank you again.
So we'll begin, ladies and gentlemen, with our first Devi for the evening. Let's hear it for Devi Prabhati Patro as we celebrate her story for single-handedly keeping alive the lac craft of Nabarangpur. A big round of applause.
Prabhati Patro, craftswoman shaping a legacy. Nabarangpur's Prabhati Patro has been instrumental in reviving the lacquer craft that was on the verge of extinction and is today helping many women of the district make a living from it. A self-taught artist, she began practicing the craft at the age of 15 and went on to win several awards for reviving and promoting it. People of the district have a tradition of gifting lacquered boxes to their daughters during weddings, and growing up, Prabhati realized the craft of making these boxes was limited to only a few families in Nabarangpur district. She began training women in the craft, and today many of them are generating a regular source of income from it. Prabhati operates the Ma Mangala Lac Artisans Association and 3 SFGs with 45 women members that teach the craft. Nabarangpur's Prabhati Patro has been instrumental in reviving the lacquer craft that was on the verge of extinction and is today helping many women of the district make a living from it. A self-taught artist, she began practicing the craft at the age of 15 and went on to win several.
All right, that was our first Devi. We'll move on. The next is Devi Jyotirmay Mahanti for becoming the first Indian to receive the prestigious International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry Award. A big round of applause.
Jyotirmay Mahanti, superstar scientist. Dr. Jyotirmay Mahanti is one of India's leading scientists in supramolecular chemistry. She has been instrumental in developing methods for sustained green hydrogen production, novel hybrid material as a generator bed for the selective separation of 99 MTC radio tracer, and water-based dye laser, which is practically being used in various laboratories of the BARC. She has also contributed towards the biological applications of supramolecular assemblies such as antibacterial agents with enhanced efficacy, anti-tumor and anti-fibrillar agents for cancer treatment, as well as therapeutics for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases, respectively. As a professor of chemical sciences at the Homi Bhabha National Institute HBNI, she has supervised PhD and postgraduate students and has collaborated with various national and international research groups. She also has about 120 publications in high-impact international journals.
One of India's leading scientists in supermolecular chemistry, has been instrumental in developing methods for sustained green hydrogen production, novel hybrid material as a generator bed for the selective separation of 99 MTC radio tracer and water-based dye laser, which is practically being used in various laboratories of BARC. As a professor of chemical sciences, she has supervised PhD and postgraduate students and has about 120 publications. Thank you. Our next Devi, ladies and gentlemen, has been creating a clothing brand that is modernizing Santali textile tradition. Let's give a round of applause for designer Lipsa Hembram.
Lipsa Hembram, designer, reviving the weave. Lipsa Hembram is a textile and fashion designer who graduated from the National Institute of Fashion Technology, NIFT, Hyderabad. Her expertise in indigenous handloom fabrics from Odisha has been showcased in prestigious platforms such as Lakme Fashion Week, Make in Odisha Conclave, and more. Lipsa promotes Odisha's rich tribal textiles through her clothing brand Galang Gaban. She actively talks about her indigenous heritage, culture, and costumes. A two-time TEDx speaker, she has revived the traditional Santa sari into contemporary versions and helped the community integrate with mainstream society through fashion. Lipsa organizes workshops and delivers lectures for aspiring design graduates at various institutions. She takes her role as a design mentor seriously and likes engaging in and interacting with the new generation of designers and creators.
A textile and fashion designer who graduated from NIFT, Hyderabad. Her expertise in indigenous handloom fabric from Odisha has been showcased in prestigious platforms such as the Lakme Fashion Week, the Make in Odisha Conclave, and much more. Yes. And I'll be big round of applause. Please welcome on stage now Devi Jayanti Buruda.
Jayanti Buruda, journalist serving the marginalized. It was a big challenge for Jayanti Buruda to work as a journalist in Malkangiri. Well-wishers discouraged her, saying that the district wasn't safe for a woman journalist. Their urban mindset surprised her, while it was less educated and poverty-stricken indigenous individuals who encouraged her. At times, she thought of giving up the media job to serve marginalized people, but instead she chose to serve her people, which is how she bagged the NWMI Fellowship for Women Journalists. Buruda co-founded an open library for tribal students and also founded the Bada Didi Union and Pad Bank.
As we celebrate this journalist from Malkangiri for her pad bank, through which she crowdfunds sanitary pads for Koraput's tribal girls and women. Big challenge for her to work as a journalist, but she continued, and at times she thought of giving up the media job, but then she decided to serve primitive and marginalized people, and here she is. Also co-founded an open library for tribal students and founded the Bada Didi Union. The next one would be, ladies and gentlemen, being celebrated for bringing back joy to schooling. Make some noise for Mrs. Polly Patnaik.
Polly Patnaik, educator, building a new generation. Presently, founder and principal of Mothers Public School Unit 1 Bhubaneswar, Polly Patnaik is also the chairman of the Mothers Groups of Institutions. She comes with over 26 years of administrative experience as a principal. It was Patnaik's childhood dream to build a school catering to the needs of working mothers. An experienced educator, Patnaik believes in the zeal to work for society and make students confident and creative. She maintains a positive learning atmosphere in the class that motivates children to excel and nurtures creative learning that goes beyond the curriculum.
Presently founder and principal of Mothers Public School, Bhubaneswar. She's also the chairman of Mothers Group of Institution. Comes with over 26 years of administrative experience as principal. Maintains a positive learning atmosphere in the class that motivates children to excel. Our next Devi, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Subhashri Mukherjee.
Subhashri Mukherjee, social impact worker, expanding Chow's ambit. From a dancer who dared to break the tradition of only men performing the Chow dance, Subhashri Mukherjee has become a fierce advocate of the rights and opportunities of folk and tribal artists in the districts of Mayurbhanj, Balasore, Ganjam, Kalahandi, Puri, Khorda and Koraput. Committed to the overall development of the socio-ethnic cultural practices in Odisha, she works for the market linkage of rural craftsmen and artisans from Mayurbhanj, bridging gaps to help destitute artists leverage government-supported schemes. Born into a Bengali family in Baripada, Subhashri started learning Odissi at the age of 8. In her personal life, she is a mother to a special child with autism spectrum disorder and balances her life between the needs of her son and her aging parents. Life, for her, is a beautiful struggle and she is trying her best to win it.
Being honored for reviving the mesmerizing Chow dance form. From a dancer who dared to break the tradition of only men performing the Chow dance, she's become a fierce advocate of the rights and opportunities of folk and tribal artists in the district of Mayurbhanj, Balesore, Ganjam, Kalahandi, Puri, Khorda and Koraput. Born to a Bengali family in Baripada, started learning Odissi at the age of 8. In her personal life, she's a mother to a special child with autism spectrum disorder, balances her life between the needs of her son and aging parents. From Chow to Odissi, please welcome on stage our next Devi, Ms. Madhulita Mahapatra.
Madhulita Mahapatra, Odissi dancer, dancing with the divine. A disciple of Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, Guru Aruna Mohanty, Guru Pabitra Kumar Pradhan, and Guru Krishna Chandra Sahu, Madhulita Mohapatra is admired and applauded by connoisseurs and critics alike for her profound artistry and her innate abhinaya quality. Madhulita has performed at several prestigious events across the country like the Konark Festival, the Taj Mahotsav, the Mukteshwar Festival, the Dhauli Mahotsav, and the Bengaluru International Arts Festival, among others. She is devoted to the promotion and popularization of Odissi in South India through her institution Nrityantar by performing, teaching, and nurturing the finest talents. Her inventive choreographic skills and her adeptness in keeping her audiences engaged with the brilliant use of movement and space as well as interesting themes make the Nrityantar Dance Ensemble one of the most sought after classical dance troupes in the country.
Being felicitated for propagating Odissi dance around the world, disciple of Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, Guru Aruna Mahanti, Guru Pabitra Kumar Pradhan and Guru Krishna Chandra Sahu. She is admired and applauded by connoisseurs and critics alike for her profound artistry and her innate abhinay quality. Devoted to the promotion and popularization of Odissi in South India through her institution Nrityantar. I'm so sorry. Our next Devi, ladies and gentlemen, being honored for her endeavor towards bringing Odia handloom and handicraft to limelight, please make some noise for Ms. Amrita Sabat.
Crafting Sustainability, Amrita Sabat, Handicraft Revivalist. In 2015, Amrita Sabat, along with her sister Dr. Anita Sabat, co-founded the Sabat Exports Private Limited and the brand Utkal Amrita to promote the handicrafts and handlooms of Odisha worldwide. They have self-funded their participation in several international exhibitions in Singapore, China, Australia and Malaysia, as well as domestic Odisha handloom exhibitions in Goa, Mumbai, Bengaluru and Coimbatore. Their main focus is not just Odisha's beautiful hand-woven saris, some are a revival of lost Odisha weaves too, but also innovative garments and accessories made from Odisha ikat fabric. End-to-end eco-friendly techniques are part of their vision of sustainable fashion.
Amrita Sabat, along with her sister, Dr. Anita Sabat, co-founded Sabat Export Private Limited and the brand Utkal Amrita to promote the handicraft and handloom of Odisha worldwide. They have self-funded their participation in several international exhibitions, Singapore, China, Australia and Malaysia, as well as domestic Odisha handloom exhibition in Goa, Mumbai, Bangalore and Coimbatore. Their main focus is not just Odissee's beautiful hand-woven saris, but also innovative garments and accessories made from Odisha ikat fabric. The next one, in fact, goes, let's make some noise for sisterhood, Dr. Anita Sabat.
Dr. Anita Sabat, cultural advocate, championing Odisha. Representing community interests and the geographical indications GI of Odisha, Dr. Anita facilitates Odisha GI registrations and ensures the correct representation of traditional, local and GI products. She protects, preserves and promotes the state's interest. Not for nothing is she known as the Rasagola Lady. She started the Rasagola Dibasa on social media in 2015 and first proposed and initiated the celebration of Rasagola Day on Niladri Bijay, the last day of the Rath Yatra, thereby sparking the national Rasagola debate. An independent researcher, writer, social worker and cultural advocate, it was at her prompting that the Sambalpuri Bandha Sari was awarded the National Handloom Award in 2024.
For facilitating the GI tag for many of the products unique to Odisha. Representing community interest and the GI of Odisha, Dr. Anita facilitates Odisha GI registration and ensures the correct representation of traditional, local and GI products. She first proposed and initiated the celebration of Rasagulla Day on Niladri Bijay, the last day of the Rath Yatra, thereby sparking the Rasagulla debate. It was at her prompting that the Sambalpuri Bandha Sari was awarded the National Handloom Award in 2024. A big round of applause for both the Sabat Devis. Please now welcome our Devi, Pinaki Singh Rajput.
Pinaki Singh Rajput, filmmaker, filming life. Pinaki Singh Rajput is a film director, screenwriter and editor. She studied filmmaking at the Biju Patnaik Film and Television Institute of Odisha and specialized in film editing. Passionate about cinema since childhood, she started her career as a child artist and has done regional theatre and television. She realized that she could not be anywhere but behind the camera in the year 2014 when she started work as a screenwriter in Kolkata. She owns PS Motion Pictures, a production company based in Cuttack, Odisha, and has shifted to Odisha permanently in 2017. Since then, she has directed several shorts and feature films.
Being celebrated for directing Odia films with solid original content. Film director, screenwriter and editor, she studied filmmaking at the Biju Patnaik Film and Television Institute of Odisha, specialized in film editing, passionate about cinema since childhood, started her career as a child artist, has done regional theatre and television, realized could not be anywhere but behind the camera in 2014 when she started work as a screenwriter in Kolkata. She owns PS Motion Picture production company based in Cuttack, Odisha. The next one would be Devi Miss Mansi Pradhan.
Manasi Pradhan, social activist, campaigning for a cause. A spirited crusader for gender justice, Manasi Pradhan is a globally renowned women's rights activist and author. Manasi is frequently featured among the world's top activists and authors by prestigious international publications and organizations. In 2016, the New York based Bustle magazine named her among the 20 most inspiring feminist authors and activists, along with Nobel Prize winners Shirin Ebadi, Rigoberta Menchú, Malala Yousafzai, Betty Friedan, Naomi Klein, Angela Davis, Kate Millett, and Gloria Steinem. In 2017, the Los Angeles based Walker Media named her among the 12 most powerful feminist changemakers across the globe. In 2018, she was invited by the prestigious University of Oxford to address the Oxford Union. Manasi is also an acclaimed author and poet. Her fourth book, Urmi O Uchvas, has been translated into 8 major languages. The first woman matriculate of her village and subsequently the first woman law graduate of her region, her inspiring life story has been adapted as a documentary in several countries.
For her work on preventing gender-based violence. Globally renowned women's rights activist and author, she is frequently featured among the world's top activists and authors by prestigious international publication and organization. In 2016, the New York-based Bustle magazine named her among 20 most inspiring feminist author and activists. In 2017, Los Angeles-based Walker Media also named her among 12 most powerful feminist change makers across the globe. An acclaimed author and poet, her fourth book, Urmi Uchvas, has been translated into 8 major languages. Our next awardee, ladies and gentlemen, is Guru Shyamamani Devi.
Striking the right note. Shyamamani Devi, singer. Shyamamani Devi is considered the doyen of Odissi classical music for a reason. A disciple of Gurus Singhani Shyamasundar Kar and Balakrishna Das, the veteran singer started as a child artist with the All India Radio at the age of 12 in 1950. Although Shyamamani Devi had to face strong opposition from society for pursuing music, it didn't deter her. Trained in both Odissi and Hindustani classical music, she chose to make a career in Odissi music and received a doctorate in literature from the Utkal University of Culture in 2012 and the Odisha Sangeet Natak Academy Award for the year 1991-92. Among the several awards that have been bestowed upon her, the most prestigious is the Padma Shri that she won in 2022.
Being presented with the Devi Award for her contribution towards Odia classical music. She could not attend, but her daughter is here to receive the award on her behalf. Considered the doyen of Odissi classical music for a reason, a disciple of Gurus Shingari Shyamsundar Kaur and Balakrishna Das, the veteran singer started as a child artist with the All India Radio at the age of 12 in 1950. Although had to face strong opposition from society for pursuing music, it didn't deter her. Trained in both Odissi and Hindustani classical music, she chose to make a career in Odissi music. She's also been awarded with the prestigious Padma Shri in 2022. Moving on, our next awardee is Devi Sabarmati.
Sabarmati, environmentalist preserving biodiversity. After completing her master's degree in rural development from Gandhigram Rural Institute in Tamil Nadu, Sabarmati worked with Oxfam briefly. At the age of 25, she left the job, decided not to marry, and came back to live and work voluntarily in Sambhav in 1993 to regenerate the wasted land ecologically and work with people and nature. She is one of the co-founders of Sambhav, an organization born in 1989 and dedicated to the environment and gender issues. It was visualized by her father, the noted environmentalist late Professor Radha Mohan, a Padma Shri awardee in 2020, who was deeply disturbed by environmental degeneration and deterioration of women's situation in society and wanted to show practical examples of how the process could be reverted. Its campus is spread over 90 acres of land in Odgaon block of Nayagarh district. She, along with her small team, successfully experimented, demonstrated, and shared the knowledge widely about how a barren and abandoned land can be regenerated ecologically, most precious resources like soil, water, and biodiversity can be conserved, indigenous varieties can be made productive organically, and women and common people can be catalysts of this change. Once completely barren, the place now houses hundreds of plant varieties along with rich animal diversity, besides encouraging people to regreen their land too.
For the vast food forest she helped nurture. We have, can we please make some noise for, and please let's have the applause coming, please. She worked with Oxfam briefly at the age of 25, left the job, decided not to marry and come back to live and work voluntarily in Sambhav in 1993 to regenerate the wasted land ecologically and work with people and nature. Congratulations. And last but not the least, let's welcome on stage Devi, Dr. Mami Parija.
Dr. Mami Parija, Doctor Overcoming Pain. Dr. Mami Parija is a reputed anesthesiologist who has earned a name in Odisha as a pain and palliative care expert. Pain, suffering, and the distress of terminally ill cancer patients moved her, and she joined hands with a few of her colleagues to form an organization that could offer holistic services. The organization took its birth 5 years ago, and she was nominated as the founder president of a non-profit organization known as the Amritdhara Palliative Care Trust. Since then, Dr. Parija has been working hard to reach as many advanced inoperable cancer patients as possible to offer medication, counseling, psychological, and spiritual support.
Being felicitated for healing pain in the most holistic way possible. A reputed anesthesiologist who has earned a name in Odisha as a pain and palliative care expert. Pain, suffering, and the distress of terminally ill cancer patients moved her, and she joined hands with a few of her colleagues to form an organization that could offer holistic services. So we'll request all our Devis to please join us on stage with their awards for a group photograph. And I would request everybody in the audience to please give them a big round of applause for the wonderful work they have done in their respective fields. We are super proud of all of them. And instructions followed. Everybody looked at the camera and smile, please. Thank you. May I now request the CEO of the New Indian Express, Ms. Lakshmi Menon, to please present the vote of thanks as well.
On behalf of the New Indian Express, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Sri Naveen Patnaik, for so graciously and readily accepting our invitation. Your support truly elevates this occasion. A special thanks to all our Devis, because of whom we've gathered here today, whose remarkable achievements and contributions inspire us all. It is because of your dynamism, innovation, and unwavering commitment that we've gathered here to celebrate your incredible journeys. You are a beacon of positivity, and we're honored to recognize your outstanding work. We're deeply grateful to our sponsors for making this event possible. Our presenting partner, Adani Group, associate partner, PGL Group, Vedanta, Maithan, Ispat Limited, EWAS, Paradeep Port Authority, celebration partner, Radico, outdoor partner, Ajanta, hospitality partner, Mayfair, radio partner, Big FM, television partner, News 7, and print partner, Pramaya. Lastly, our esteemed guests, thank you for being here to celebrate and cheer our inspiring Devis. Your presence adds to the joy of this evening. We hope to see you again next year for the next edition of the Devi Awards. Thank you once again and have a wonderful evening.